Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon. 3.12 has gone to the live servers today, so we're going to do a quote-unquote final review of the Esperia Talon, taking a look at it from a pilot's perspective in atmosphere and open space. We did a PTU review earlier, and definitely had some fun with it. We're going to take a look at her today, and again, as you can see on the ground, it's definitely an avian look. I mean, it's a great looking ship. We've already stated that before. Let's go ahead and get in and take a look at it from the important perspective. The cockpit. As you can see, the seat kind of pops out to greet you. You sit in it, and then it sucks you in. And when you eject, the entire cockpit will eject as one piece. Right now, it just kind of shoots you through the front of the ship, but eventually the cockpit will separate. And then we're going to come to the major flaw you'll see right here. I got Gallagher and Trucker Jack saying first and second on the stream. Congratulations, gentlemen. So this is the major flaw. You got the same thing on the Prowler. You got the issue of you don't really have a screen. So if you get EMP'd or your power gets knocked out, this is what you're looking at as you're trying to flee the danger that's doing damage to your ship. So this is basically, in my opinion, the main flaw with any of the Tavaran ships. We'll go ahead and power her up now. And when it says powered up, you have pretty decent visibility as you look around the cockpit. It's not amazing. You kind of have a little bit of blocking. So if you're using head tracking, you are limited to a very small range here. You're pretty much only able to see directly in front of you. You do have some blocking beams, which I find a little ridiculous. I know they're screens, but really, do we need, bars blocking the visual screen? I'm a little questionable of the design choice here. As we look in the cockpit, we'll see that's your roll. It's kind of left and right of this stick. That strafe is another left and right. And yes, it is a heavily armored cockpit. Yeah, so there's roll. Let's see if we can see pitch. Pitch is pushing up and down on that same stick. So everything is done by side stick, very similar to the Prowler. You'll see the smaller movement there is your roll, yaw, and then strafe is kind of like that kind of weird movement there. So again, that's everything we need to see there for the movement controls. And as you look around here, we'll do some more free look. You can see the throttle is kind of a weird pushing it forward of that center stick again as well. So I'm not sure what your left hand is doing here. I guess it just kind of manipulates these controls. You get multiple MFDs, holographic MFDs, so not a lot of push button as you're seeing. You just kind of got this little numpad here, and I'm assuming there's some other controls there. So you got the open exterior, press to unlock, weapons off, quantum drive control, yes, engine on and off. So that's what that all is. And again, so we still have this bug, which is going to make it really interesting to test the ship. Still have the cockpit opening and closing. Pretty annoying, but it is what it is, unfortunately. Let's go ahead and get comms and request takeoff. And I'll read the chat here. Gallagher says they're not screens, it's a crystalline metal alloy that allows light to pass through under certain circumstances. That's a good way of looking at it. Yeah, so again, that's probably more accurate than screens. And then also he's talking about Sentinel versus Talon. They're two completely different ships. And yeah, you can get the Sentinel in game. You'll be able to get the Talon in game as well. And just remember again, a lot of people are using the EMP on the Sentinel to judge. Remember, that's going away. It's going to be EMP torpedoes and missiles, which in theory will be able to be mounted on any ship. So really, whoa, what are you doing? What are you doing, Talon? What are you doing? Okay. Well, that's fun, ladies and gentlemen. I launched her, and I'm not sure what she did. That was spacebar up, no other controls, and she spun like a crazy maniac. I love streams like this. Alright, so we're going to go, and oh, we get to take another look at 3.12 and its new respawn timer. So let's take a look at this respawn timer and see how long we have to wait for our brand new Talon to respawn. How you doing, bud? Did your ship just spin for no reason too? No? No? Just me? Cool. Nice to know. Yeah. So we'll fill in the black noise here with chuckle chuckle. Fun times. It wasn't an oopsie Akula. I'm blaming the server. It could be the Hurston Winds, Gallagher. I'm not sure. Because that was an immediate death as soon as I lifted off. She just spun around and flipped over. So that was definitely not what I was expecting. If it happens again, we may have to do the review depending on the respawn timer. We'll take a look and see what went on there. Let's see. Could have been, as you saw, because I was looking at the controls on the ground. I'm wondering if the server, for some reason, thought the controls were in a different position than centered, but I don't see why that would have happened. But again, performance-wise, as far as flying, there won't be any difference between the Talon or the Shrike, so at least I have access to both. So maybe you'll get a look at the Shrike here. And if it is the Hurston Winds, that's going to be pretty unfortunate for anyone trying to take off a light fighter. And again, if you watched the previous review on the PTU, the Talon was very maneuverable. Basically, is very similar to the Arrow in maneuverability. And yeah, Gallagher here is bringing up a very good point as far as the paint on the Talon and the Shrike. There are paint options available. I also do not recommend purchasing them. The stock paint, the kind of pearl look, is a test. They're using it for a test for future paints and future kind of texturing on ships. And as long as it stays as it is, it's gorgeous. It's very neat and shimmery, and I wouldn't see the need unless you really, really positively need a different colored ship. I don't see the need for it. They're definitely very nice. Alright. Do. Pitter patter. Get at her. Excuse me, security. I'm in a hurry. Doing a live stream video, damn it. Alright, let's take a look here. Talon. Destroyed. Yeah, not my fault. 22 minutes. That's not horrible. Let's file the claim, see what it goes to. So the expedite fee is 3,000, and it turns it into 4 minutes. And yeah, Casey, I have both. Alright. So we'll head out to the Shrike now. Because I ain't waiting 4 minutes for the Talon. Hangar 9. And we'll see if the winds happen again. I'm assuming it was the winds, because that was definitely not... That was not me, ladies and gentlemen. It's good to see that the hangar markers are finally in for Lorville. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I summon the ship, and if you look at it there, it tells you hangar 09. I can see that, Casey, that the paint is just, you know, so they can't tell if you're in the Shrike or the base Talon. So again, so we got the Shrike here. We'll do another exterior look. It looks very similar to the Talon, except it's purple. And it's got these little missile launchers here, which is pretty cool. Let's go ahead and get in. So Trucker Jack, the Mercury Star Runner and the Carrack definitely have longer times now. I have not taken a look at their respawn. I mean, I literally just got in and I've been busy with work, so I didn't get a chance to play on the PTU a lot. And I actually intended to make this video quite a while ago, but I was number 70 something in queue to log on, so that definitely made things a little bit difficult. Alright, cockpit, stop opening and closing here. Close. Oh my goodness. Alright, Now, can I request takeoff? Let's make sure this mouse is perfectly centered. Alright. And we're just going to launch... Oh, jeez. It is a very good looking ship, but they need to fix this cockpit bug. This is just ridiculous. Alright, let's see if it'll let me launch straight up this time. Except the doors are closing already. Can we get out before they close? Yes, we can. Whew. Okay, let's bring up the landing gear. And now it looks fully like a bird with the gear up. And there goes the cockpit. Definitely looks like a bird eating. Oh my goodness. Alright. Let's wait for it to close because I will not be able to see my exit. Oh yeah, they did get rid of the exit. Remember we used to have to look for the the get out of jail area here in Lorville, the highway in the sky. It is gone. So we can now fly in and out any way we want. So that's a nice welcome shift. We're going to get out of VTOL mode. So the wings kind of spread out and the engines flatten out. Nice looking profile. Alright, we'll get in the interior and we'll check the roll rate. Very good roll, very snappy. And you can anticipate when to stop roll relatively easily. So again, very comparable with the Aero in that aspect, at least in atmosphere. We're going to check the pitch now. Pitch is very good, a little bit better than the Aero. And she didn't lose a whole lot of velocity, so it was definitely a good vector. Check yaw and atmosphere. Yaw's very good. Better than the Aero. Alright, let's check top speed in atmosphere. So again, I'm about 4,000 meters here. It's about 345-ish. That's some boost. Yeah, so about 345-ish in atmosphere is the best speed you're going to get. Let me switch here to SCM speed in Atmo 200. Yeah, very maneuverable in atmosphere, as you would expect. I mean, I would hope it would be. Alright, let's head on up to space. Now, when we checked the base Talon in space, it was very maneuverable. Could really stay on target better than the Aero. So it was a little bit more maneuverable than the Aero. We'll see if that's still holding true. And I'll definitely say in atmosphere it's a little bit more maneuverable than the Aero as well. Not by... No, don't get me wrong. It's not like, oh my god, the Aero's, outclassed now. It's not. It's just a little bit faster than the Aero. Now let's head to Everest. For my favorite fly around a point maneuver. So Casey's asking about this Sucron. Again, so when I did the test on the... There goes the cockpit again. In space, no less. Who needs air? Glad I have a helmet on. Oh my god, how many times do you want to do it now? So again, this is a bug that they launched with. They've had it for the last 3 or 4 times, for the last 3 or 4 patches. They didn't have it in the initial patch, and it showed up, and it's still there, and they launched it like this, with a brand new ship, before the holidays. CIG, stop doing this to yourselves. I mean, literally, this is just stupid. Sorry. Rant over. And as far as putting the Sucrons on any ship, you should be able to, yes, Casey, you should be able to put these size 1 Sucron shields on your arrow, which may be one reason to get this ship. Because, again, the Sucron shields basically do not take any ballistic damage. So, how am I supposed to test this ship like this? Come on. Come on back down. Alright, so again, they don't take any real ballistic damage. They have not a lot of regen delay though. So you're gonna, yeah, no stinking oxygen wreck. That's right. Alright, so we're coming in here at SCM speed at 220. And we're gonna just see how easy it is to flip and burn. And stick around. Look at that. G blackout, immediate establishing on the spin from full SCM. You cannot do that in any other ship other than this and the Arrow. The Gladius itself would have had a little bit of issue and maybe overheated. So again, excellent maneuverability in that aspect. And excellent around the yaw. So pitch and yaw, staying on target. Anything that is not another light fighter will simply not be able to hit you and will not be able to escape your guns. So if you're using the full Talon with the 2 fixed size 3s, or excuse me, 2 fixed size 4s, you're going to be a happy camper. Same DPS as the Arrow with its 3 fixed size 3s, maybe a little bit less. Yeah, so there's a roll. Yeah, this thing is a pleasure to fly. If you own either the Shrike or the Talon, you'll enjoy flying them. Again, as I talked about in my last review, there's a refinery deck. We'll have to take a look at that with another video later, either today or tomorrow. Actually, it'll probably be when I get back from my next trip in 3 days. But yeah, you could put the Sucron shields, these size 1 Sucron shields on, let's say, a Buccaneer. And it'd definitely be a lot of fun. But anyway, so again, ignoring the live chat, I'm sorry, this is a ship review, ladies and gentlemen. For the ship review here, for both the Talon and the Shrike, very maneuverable, very agile, perhaps the best light fighter in the game at this point in time, because it has 2 size 1 shields, whereas the Arrow only has 1. So it's as maneuverable as the Arrow, and in some axes more so, and then it has more shields. Now, as far as hull HP, that's where the difference is going to come in. The Arrow is more durable and has more armor than the Talons. But that being said, with the Sucron shields and the way the gameplay is nowadays, I expect the Talons to be more survivable than the Arrow, just because you will take less damage. I would probably leave 1 Sucron on and throw 1 FR66 so you have some regen to go with your high cap. Would be my advice on how to, set this up. Don't jump in the orange glowing buckets of the refinery deck. Yeah, my friend Sean Rick discovered that if you get in the refinery deck, you can burn alive. No surprise. It's melted ore. So again, that's pretty much it for this review, everybody. The controls make sense compared with other ships we have in the game. The HUD is what you would expect. Visibility is decent. Control is amazing. Definitely a very fun ship to fly. Very effective. Very efficient. Very pretty. I mean, that's worth a lot. Ooh, I do not know if I trust myself flying in third person like this. Just an all-around great buy if you purchased one. Again, I do not believe these are available to purchase in-game as of yet, so I do not know how much they're going to cost in-game, but I would imagine eventually you will be able to purchase them in-game. So you haven't bought one yet? Don't worry about it. You'll be able to get it in-game. You don't need anything else other than the stock package. Remember this. So if these come up for sale, I think they had a new, buy it for war bond, etc. You don't need it. Thread the needle, says Gallagher. Alright, we'll try it. Alright, which is threading the needle? I think that's where you fly through that thing, right? Alright, let's back up a little bit, because you gotta do it right at full speed. Oh, you say the mast, the whole thing is hollow? I don't know if it's still hollow, because it goes all the way down to that section now. Because I could definitely fly through that part. We'll see. Either way, it'll be a good explosion. We've already had one of those today. We might as well have two. I assume you mean coming in through this side, right? Watching the chat here. See, I just don't see how that's hollow all the way through. It does not look like it. Yeah, see, that's not hollow. That's not hollow at all. Let's see if there's something else in here. What did they say? We didn't hit anything. Oh, it rotates. It hit us. Dope! Alright, so the station 1, stomp R0. I forgot that that thing rotates. So anyway, we got two good explosions. Got some little lightning bolts in that one. And we saw the insurance rebuilt, so the expedited time for a small light fighter is 4 minutes. And it was something like 22 minutes base. Yeah, it didn't look like I hit anything, Gallagher, so I'm not sure how we blew up. But whatevs. I think the game decided we had to die. Yeah, and as far as the wait times, as far as the whole new changes, I don't know how I feel about it. Somebody was saying, I mean, it's a ridiculously large amount of money for the larger ships, and again, that kind of makes sense for the expedite. But the wait time? The wait time is ridiculous. It really is too long for like a hammerhead, or especially when we're in testing. You know, like let's say, like remember what my takeoff earlier today in the original in the base Talon? If that had happened to me, and let's say a caterpillar, I would have to wait 3 or 4 hours, or however long the respawn is for that, which is ridiculous. We'll go ahead and just kind of, since we've already done the ship review for both Talons, I'm going to go ahead and take a look here. We'll kind of go and look at claim times for all the different ships, just to get an idea, since we've been getting some questions on that in the stream. So we'll go ahead and head over here and wait for the train. Do a little dance. No, we won't, because the train's here. And yes, I play as a chick. I'm sorry. I think chicks look nice. Excuse me, a female. Plus you can do things like this. Whee! Kick him in the nuts. Yeah, and that's exactly Nitric, and we got in the chat, we got Casey and Nitric talking about, you know, the times and everything. And again, oh, this got a little Star-Lord look going on here. That's pretty cool. The issue isn't so much the wait times or the cost, it's that we're still in alpha. And again, we've gotten a lot, give them a low voice. We're still in the alpha, and we got a lot of fixed stuff. But we're not in a full game yet. We still have lots of issues. We have 30Ks. We have weird hangar winds shifting and flopping your ship around in a hangar. We got hangar doors that occasionally close on you when you're launching. We got random stuff going on. And if you only, again, you know, I have access to a good bit of ships, and a lot of my friends have access to a good bit of ships. But I also have a lot of friends that have one ship, 2 ships. And some of those are the larger ships, so they have like a Carrack, and that's it. Well, if all you have is a Carrack, and then your ship crashes due to a bug and you have to claim it because it doesn't know where it's at and you can't have access to it, you know, you're going to have to wait a while. And that's going to be annoying, and I'm not sure how it's going to affect testing, but I am going to withhold my final thoughts on it until I get to see how it plays out. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of these times here. All right. So, the Eclipse. It won't let me claim unless I retrieve. Let's see, retrieve. Cooler is saying we need more space, Barbie. You always need more space, Barbie. I mean, at least we can paint our ships now, but unfortunately it's with real money. So I can store it. Can I claim it? Will you let me claim it? Nope. Okay. Unfortunately, I cannot check claim times unless the ship is actually destroyed, and I'm not about to go in. As fun as it might be to go and crash, so it's 30 minutes. So I was wrong. It's 30 minutes for the base claim time for a Shrike. So my guess is it's 30 minutes for pretty much any small light ship. So an Aurora. Who's going to wait 30 minutes after a weird crash to get their Aurora back? Or to get their Talon back? Or get their Arrow back? You're going to log out and do something else. So maybe with everything we got going on right now, we really shouldn't have this long of a timer. And again, I know why they're doing it, but I mean, look at the expedite fee. That's 4,000 UEC. If all you have is an Arrow and you're starting with 5,000 UEC for your starter package, I don't know. I'm not sure how I feel about that. And again, you know, I've got 2.8 million, so for me it's not a problem. And for a lot of testers it's not a problem. But for those one package, two package people, it's gonna be a wait. And I think 30 minutes is too long, especially for a smaller ship. Let's take a look here at the loadout for the Talon and take a look at the Sucheron shields. I'm going to unequip them because I want to see if I can put them on the Arrow. Except the back-end servers are not. Alright. Let's see if I can do it this way. Let's go with the Hawk. Well then. Remind you everyone, 3.12 just went live, so I guess I need to have a little bit of patience. So now we're looking at the Arrow. We're looking at the Talon, but I've clicked on the Hawk. So we gotta wait. Come on, show me the Hawk. I like the Talon, but I want to look at the Hawk right now. So again, there's size 1, grade 3 is what they're listed as. Yeah, we're gonna have to call this just back-end servers just getting hit too hard, I think, with everyone trying to log in and test out 3.12. And yeah, nitric oxide, I mean, I know most people first day got, you know, at least a Cutlass Black, Freelancer Miss, maybe not Miss, but, you know, base Freelancer. I got some other friends that their first ship was a C2. Their first ship was, you know, something of that size. So their loaners are, you know, a Caterpillar. So, well, alright. On that note, we're going to bow out to the server, and we're going to say it won. We'll take a look at new deals, see if there's any new ships available before we log, if we can even get that terminal to pop up for us. Servers are like, new patch day! Shoot, where are the ship terminals? Anybody remember where they are? There they are. too pretty. I didn't know where to look. Let's do all manufacturers. Let's see, Hammerhead, 12 million, Phoenix, 5.6. Looks like all the ship prices are still about the same in-game money, so they haven't gone up. I'm also not seeing anything new, at least not here at New Deal. But again, this is why I say you only need a starter ship, because you can buy them in-game now, and they're persisting in between patches. And don't buy ground vehicles. I mean, look at that price. Cyclone is 28,000 UEC. That's like 40 minutes of playing, and you can buy it. So never spend real money on ground vehicles, ever. Harbinger's 2 million. Yeah, so no new ships showing up, but I do need to buy a rock. So while I'm here, purchase. Boop boop. And yeah, 100 series you can buy in game now. So yeah, that is a new addition. Yeah, backend server is saying, no sir, you will continue to wait for everything today. There we go. It failed. Alright. Hi, bub. How you doing today? He looks stoned. Alright, everyone, that's going to be it for me today. I'm leaving on a trip tomorrow. It's going to be a long day for me. I get up at 4 o'clock in the morning, fly 3 legs, and then, I don't know, the rest of the trip should be, oh, there goes a Saber. Woohoo! See you later, Saber. This is a good place to come and sit on Lorville if you ever want to just watch ships take off. But again, hope you guys enjoyed the video, the review. Thanks for watching. Nice to have all of you guys popping on and chatting. And like I said, the 100 series you can get for free. Not for free, but for in-game money. You can buy everything in-game. Mostly everything. So if you want to just get a starter package, please do so. Please get in, try the game. I can't encourage you guys enough. Star Citizen's a fun little adventure. Alright, everyone. Take care. Have a good one. And there goes another Talon on its first maiden flight getting tossed around by the wind. Hard to track in this view. See ya!